David Schnelwar, known as Guru in our forums, our moderator. Let's take a look at the category for Best Album of the Year. Your predictions are, pardon me while I put on my glasses here, Bob Dylan's Together Through Life, Green Day's 21st Century Breakdown, Lady Gaga's The Fame, Maxwell's Black Summer's Night, Taylor Swift Fearless. I agree with you in 4 of those cases. I'm going with you for Green Day, Lady Gaga, Maxwell, and Taylor Swift. Tell us what your general feelings are about why these picks.
I'm not confident about Maxwell. There is a possibility Beyonce could be nominated. She's a safer bet, but they snubbed Alicia Keys last year. I have a feeling that someone in the nominating committee realized that Alicia Keys has over 10 Grammys and Beyonce has 10 Grammys. And I feel like someone must realize that, and that's my own paranoid theory.
You're giving them a lot of credit here. Remember, again, this is the secret committee that decides the nominees here. 25 people in a hotel room listening to the music that received the top 20 most votes when they went to the general membership of the Recording Academy. So they're sitting in a room listening to these albums and deciding, hey, we need a Diana Krall type jazz entry here. We need a country entry. They're usually very diplomatic with how they divvy this up. So, I agree that Beyonce's Sasha Fierce could be here. What else?
Or Whitney Houston could also be the artist. But we should acknowledge that the past 2 years for Album of the Year, that they have had one from each genre lately, the past 2 years. So I think this year will be the same. It's not set in stone, and I think it will be the same. I will like to acknowledge my hesitation about Maxwell. Earlier at the beginning of this decade, D'Angelo had a comeback album that had received excellent reviews for his album Voodoo. And most people expected and predicted it, and it was not nominated. So and he wound up winning 2 Grammys, D'Angelo that year.
Right.
But Maxwell could fall in the same exact pattern as him. It's not set in stone, but it is possible. But I am predicting him. He is part of the nomination special they're having December 2nd, I think it is. So someone at the National, at NARA's is assuming he could be also.
You've got the one place I'm hoping you're wrong is Bob Dylan, because I'm just sick of this Bob Dylan thing already. Come on, I'm saying that it'll be Black Eyed Peas is the end that'll make it in, but now Darren Dorch, Double D, our other forums moderator and expert here, he's going with U2's No Line on the Horizon. Now, they have won this category twice before, of course. They won for How to Dismantle an Atom Bomb and The Joshua Tree. They're beloved. That could happen, couldn't it? And I think the other potentials here are Eminem's Relapse, and Nickelback's my favorite category. They're not going to get in, though.
I don't see it.
I know. And Bruce Springsteen's Working on a Dream. They love The Boss.
Who'd you say at the beginning? Because I was going to comment about that.
Going back to your picks, let's have you talk a little bit more about those. Green Day, Lady Gaga, Maxwell, Taylor Swift. Who do you want to chat with about here? Bob Dylan.
We were talking about Bob Dylan. I picked Bob Dylan because he did make the cover of Rolling Stone. He has been nominated twice in this category in the past 12 years, and he won. He could easily not get nominated. I thought maybe it's possible. And I think Taylor Swift is such a lock. I think she could possibly be the front runner. She has the critics and the sales. And I think that's a lock. I think Green Day, U2 could easily be nominated. We spoke about that in the last video. And I wouldn't be surprised at all. They have over 20 Grammys. It is possible. Green Day is also very possible. Lady Gaga would be... Well, I'm sorry, what were you going to say? Lady Gaga would be it would be the first nomination from the dance field since they created that category for a dance album.
Wait a minute, David, let's start with this. Do you think that that's how they really regard her? Don't they see her more as a performance artist? You're right in terms of genre of the kind of music she produces. It is dance stuff. That's an interesting observation. But do you think that they classify it that or ghettoize it that way?
I'm just playing as like a representative from each field. I'm not sure how they play it. I'm just assuming. I don't really see anyone from rap. Eminem is the only possibility, and I don't think he will be. The Black Eyed Peas and Kanye West were both submitted to pop, and I don't really. At the beginning of the year, I really thought Kanye West until the whole VMA incident where he kind of hurt his chances there. So, and I don't. It is possible the Black Eyed Peas, but I'm not confident about it.
You know what's missing here, you and I both don't have, is the honorable veteran here. And this is, of course, the quirkiness of this category where Herbie Hancock a couple years ago came out of nowhere. No one would have predicted a nomination.
Yeah.
And he won. And, of course, we could look back through Steely Dan and say, this is the place where the Veteran Achievement Award comes to play, that factor. And we don't often know who to predict even to win, because we wouldn't have been able to predict the Herbie Hancock thing. These veteran albums just come out of nowhere, don't they?
I do think Herbie Hancock and Ray Charles albums were both collaboration albums, and they seem to love collaboration albums. They did that with Santana as well, and they are veterans, all of them. But
well, we don't have one this year that we know of. Last year, we thought it was going to be the Eagles, and they weren't even nominated.
Yeah, exactly. They have been snubbing a lot lately. Alicia Keys' As I Am album was snubbed when it was expected, and same was the Eagles. And the year before that, Bruce Springsteen's Radio, which receives excellent reviews, was snubbed again. I'm not even predicting his latest album for Working on a Dream. There's too many rock possibilities, but I doubt him. He wins a Grammy consistently. He has over 20 Grammys. It is possible, but I'm not confident enough.
Lady Gaga's probably too trashy to win, right? Lady Gaga, whatever she is. Taylor Swift may be too young. We don't have a front runner here, do we? Not yet.
I think Taylor Swift's a front runner. I really think so. They have been embracing country a lot in this category. At the beginning, they embraced Oh Brother Where Art Thou soundtrack. They embraced the Dixie Chicks.
That's right.
Last year, Alison Krauss and Robert Plant. I mean, that was considered folk, and it was like the best of both worlds with rock and country called folk. But she is technically a country artist. I think it's not. I'm just guessing. She's winning too much lately. She won the CMAs. The American Music Awards are next week, and she'll probably win again. She's the only artist that sold more than Michael Jackson this year. They're going to be adding the catalog albums, I think it's called, because the Beatles and Michael Jackson sold really well this year, and she's the only one to top them. I think she has the momentum. I also think it's a lot like the rich get richer. All these U2s and Green Days and Beyonce and Whitney Houston have won multiple times. So she's the only artist who really gets excited when she wins because she's so young. So right. It's exciting. That's what was sad about that Kanye West moment, because she was so excitable. And usually when an artist wins, it's usually like another award and so on. So it is possible. She does write, perform, produce, sings. I mean, there's a lot of critics in the forums about the way she sings because they think they're vocal experts since American Idol's been around. But we'll have to see. I think she has the momentum right now.
I do too. You've talked me into it. I think she's
in politic-wise, she did submit very well. You know, she has a chance of being nominated in the general field, the pop field, and country field, and music video field. And usually that's what wins, because that happened with Santana, that happened with last year with Alison Krauss and Robert Plant. It's whoever mixes it up the most and winds up winning usually is the big winner. But I agree with you. Maybe the ageism will be a factor.
If she wins, we have to look this up, David. She may be the youngest winner, right? Isn't Alanis Morissette the youngest winner right now?
Yes.
Taylor,
yes, I agree.
How old is Taylor? What, 19, 20?
She's 19.
Right.
I mean, they do nominate the biggest seller album. Like, they did that with Usher in 2004. They did that with Lil Wayne last year. And I wouldn't be surprised. I don't know. Like, are they going to really award U2 again? I don't see Maxwell having the momentum to win, or the Black Eyed Peas. Green Day might be, but I'm not. I mean, they didn't embrace Coldplay like I think I might have predicted. No, I think I might have predicted. I don't even remember what I predicted. It might have been Robert Plant, Alison Krauss. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna end this right on this note here.